Welcome back to Movies TV Mad and Movies TV Mad Live. Jeff Hill, bonjour, bonjour, Jeff. How are you doing? How are you doing tonight? Wow, wow, wow. Things have developed quickly since we last saw each other. Loads more on-set pics from the Flash movie. Wow. We've seen a better look at glorious Sasha as Supergirl, and she looks fantastic. She's smiling. This is a kid's dreams coming true. Jeff Hill, Smallville is not better than the MCU. Yes, Jeff. Yes, Jeff, I apologize. It is. It is better than the MCU. It shits all over the MCU. Smallville is the greatest live-action comic book franchise of all time. It earned the right to be a superhero show. It built up its characters. It developed its characters. It is the King of Kings. Ronnie George, hi, mate. Grace said the set pics are from the end of the movie, apparently. How does she know? How would she even know that, Ronnie? I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They've been filming for a while. They're not far off. Keaton has grey hair. Doesn't Keaton always have grey hair these days? He's in his 70s, right? I mean, he has to have grey hair. Anyway, right, this is all really exciting. We know they're coming near to the end. It would be awesome if Sasha Calle is part of the end. If she's part of the ending, that means she's travelled back with Barry to Earth 1. But that's not the only thing. We've seen Keaton. We've seen a better look at Sasha Calle's Supergirl, and a close-up of the on-set Flash movie pics shows us that Barry is wearing the freaking Flash ring. Comment. What do you think? Ronnie Dodge, Sasha Calle looks stunning in the Supergirl costume. She does. I think we're seeing too much now. I can get the Machete's frustrations, but they're shooting outdoors. What can we do? But the Flash ring, a great look at Sasha Calle. I'm not going to show them to you because I don't want my account, my YouTube videos, my platform, my YouTube taken down, basically. So. But, I wish I could show them to you. When we get an official look, then it'll be great to show, stand it up there and say, wow, doesn't she look great? Sasha Calle is going to inspire young girls, young boys, women, everyone. She's going to be a great Supergirl. That moment she got the job live on Instagram, she looked like someone had just won the lottery after not knowing where the next meal was coming from. And it's great to see these things happening. Look, this is so exciting. John, I wonder who gives him the Flash ring, Keaton or Affleck? Ooh, that's interesting. Well, if Affleck gives him the ring, it can only be at the end of the movie. That means Affleck would still be in the movie. He would still be part of the DCEU after Flashpoint, after the reboot. That would be amazing. Ronnie George, we have two powerful female superheroes, Gal as Wonder Woman and Sasha as Supergirl. Yes, not including the anti-hero that is Harley Quinn as well, because the DCEU have done female comic book characters better than the MCU. That's not including Smallville being better than the MCU, right? So it's great. So, well, I'm just looking at these pictures. Keaton looks sensational, but what's going on? What's Keaton doing at this trial? If Henry Allen has been released, it would be at the end of the movie, by the way. This means Keaton is now in present-day DCEU Earth 1. He is canon. That's brilliant. Pulling this off, if they pull this off, and I think they will pull this off, this is so good. Having Keaton as a Batman would be amazing. Let's hope him and Affleck have a scene together. I'm not convinced that Affleck is done after this film. A lot of people would like that to happen just so they can moan at WB. But guess what? Ben Affleck has got a great relationship with this studio. He's got projects in development with them as well. So yeah, wow. Ronnie Dodge, Ezra has had a haircut overnight. It looks like the Flashpoint stuff, he's got long hair somehow. Why, I don't know. And basically when he goes back home, he's got short hair. I don't understand what's going on. Maybe the Flash with the long hair is a different Flash from a different Earth. What are we saying about that? Ronnie Dodge, he has his Zack Snyder's Justice League here. Yeah, don't tell the Snyder fans that. They're already arguing with each other that this is nothing to do with Snyder. Well, if you don't want it to be anything to do with Snyder, that's fine with me. Right, so that's interesting. I can see a picture right now of Sasha Calais. We can see a good look at this costume. Of course, the cape isn't there when she's on the strings. Wow, she looks amazing. She looks happy. She looks proud. I can see her hoisted up in the air now. She's smiling. This must be when she introduces herself to the world in Earth 1, in Barry's Earth 1 at the end of the movie. It looks like she's been hoisted and everyone's looking at her. This is sensational. The Multiverse Justice League is taking shape. She looks savage, doesn't she? Ronnie Dodge, unless it's a 6-month jump at the end of the movie. Maybe. I'm not sure. Obviously, the universe is being rebooted. We start without Supergirl and we end with Supergirl. She's coming out to the rest of the world in modern day DCEU Earth 1. Wow, wow, wow. I can't stop looking at her. This is amazing. I find her so relatable. I just think she's a great kid. John, we have had no photos of Ben Affleck on the Flash set. You haven't had photos of a lot of things, my friend, nor should you. We're seeing too much as it is. Ronnie Dodge, this movie looks bloody amazing. I feel emotional right now. So do I. It's amazing. Dave, the 1988 Ethan, just seen a great look of Sasha's costume. I am looking at it right now, and she is smiling. I'm going to take a closer look at her. Wow. This is glorious. This is great. Some idiot's saying it looks like a Spider-Man costume. Shut up, Twitter. But she looks sensational. I think we can see that Ezra's a distance up on the stairs. I think after his dad comes out the courthouse and he's being congratulated, I think maybe they walk up to each other slowly and they embrace. Looking forward to seeing his dynamic with the new actor who's playing Henry Allen. Ronnie Dodge, I'm glad they ditched the skirt. You know what? I don't mind the skirt, but unfortunately with identity politics the way they are now, they're going to be happy with it. Listen, I don't care. Helen looked great in the skirt in 1984. I didn't think it was slutty or anything, or it was sexual or anything like that. But listen, this is the way they've gone with it. I'm fine with it, and it's cool. I don't prefer one thing over the other. That's just my opinion. But wow, fucking wow. Embrace me, DCU fans. Give me high fives. Celebrate, because we are going in a direction we should have gone from the very beginning. Ronnie Dodge, no, I love the skirt, but it's different and I love it. It's different and I love it. I love them both. But because of identity politics, we can't do that anymore. John, Sasha looks great in the suit. She certainly does, John. Sasha's a great kid. I'm happy for her. I think everyone's going to relate to this Supergirl. I think it's sensational. I love her black hair. I love that look. It's so good. Jeff Hill, she looks better than Benoist. Well, she does. I mean, listen. I mean, it's different. I mean, look. Mel looks great in her costume, whatever costume she's wearing. She is a really good Supergirl, by the way. She's just been let down creatively. She's a really good actor, by the way. She's really done well. But unfortunately, she was let down. But she's part of the multiverse now. No doubt she'll be in the Flash movie. So that's exciting. Ronnie George, I can't wait to see Ezra's dynamic with Sasha and Michael. It's going to be something very special. New dynamics. It's going to be amazing. It really is. And all we can do is imagine what we're going to get here. Do we think we're seeing a bit too much now, though? I think maybe we are. But once this is over and nothing else. But you've noticed that nothing important has been revealed, right? Listen to this. We haven't even seen Batfleck. We haven't seen half the people that are going to be in this film, right? So they've kept the right people secret. We know Sasha's in this film and Supergirl. No big deal. We know Ezra and Michael's in this film. We know that Kiersey, the hilarious Kiersey is a fucking riot in real life and a bit of a rebel. Very different to her character. So, yeah. Ronnie Dodge, Marvel should be nervous by these set picks. Well, it's interesting. I think their fans certainly should be having food for thought right now. Ronnie Dodge, I think we are seeing a little bit too much. I think all of the multiverse stuff is filmed in the studio, so it's kept under wrap. Yeah, you haven't seen anything that they're worried about you seeing. Let's be absolutely clear here. This is all great. And we know there's a courthouse. We know Supergirl's there. But let me just go back. I think you lot need to understand something. Dave, 1988, Dave D, 1988, Ethan. I prefer when you were just called Dave Ethan. They only show what they needed to show. Absolutely, my friend. So, let's go back to Sasha Calle on the strings, hoisted up. It really does look like that this is her coming out to the world as Supergirl in present day Earth 1. Wow. And it looks like that's by the same courthouse. That's interesting. So we don't know anything else at this point. We don't know who she is, where she's from. So is she replacing Cavill in Earth 1? That would be a tragedy. Is Cavill in this film? He said he wants to be in this film, but what does that mean? He's obviously not allowed to say. There's so many questions. There's so many questions. There's not enough answers, but the answers are in the movie. And listen, this was always an ambitious project. This was always an exciting project. This is a film that is set a really tough task, and that's to take a franchise that a lot of people love, segments of, and start again and say, we're starting again with some of the same actors. Can it work? That's the question. Ronnie Dodge, it definitely looks like Henry Allen trial from these pics. Yeah, it looks like he's been released. A nice happy ending there. I do expect post-credit scenes to link us into the future. Wow. This is a new direction. I'm 48 years old. By the time I see this film, I'm going to be 50. I'm going to be fucking 50 when this film comes out. That's the only depressing thing about this, man. Wow. I can't stop looking at her, man. I can't stop looking at her. Wow. She's just amazing, isn't she? She really is. I'm really in love with this kid. For all the right reasons, by the way. I just think she's so relatable, working class. And I hope that her Supergirl is a working class character as well. Andy clearly cast her through his Latino connections as well. I love the way they were talking in the same language when he gave her the job. Ronnie George, I will be 27 when this movie is out. You're a young man. I'm 50 fucking years old when this movie comes out. Oh my God, 50 years old. How can this face turn 50? I'll probably have bags under my eyes. I'll probably have a beard. I'll be like, is the flash out yet? But wow. And then we go to the other stuff. Look, the close-up on the ring is very interesting. And someone put a comic book kind of font over it as well, because he pushes a button, the suit comes out. It's happened, obviously, in the Flash TV show, which was a great moment as well. Dave D, 1998, Ethan, 34 years old next year. You're a young man, nothing to worry about. I'm the one who's worried. 48 years old. I'll be 49 this year. Shit, man. Shit. Ronnie George, Keaton looks amazing at 70. Doesn't he just? And they're going to want to be doing... He's basically, look, this picture of him here proves that he's in Earth 1 in the present day after Henry Allen is released. Is he the solicitor? Does he kind of get a solicitor? Is he a solicitor now in that new Earth? And maybe he defends Henry Allen in the court. Has anyone thought about that? Why would he be there? John, I hope Sasha gets a lot of screen time. Oh, I think she will. I mean, she's coming from the future, it looks like, to the present day. Unless she's already in Earth 1, which I'm not saying no to, but it seems more than likely. Listen. Wow. Listen, guys, you don't understand. You don't understand how I feel about this, how I feel about DC, how I feel about these characters. I know you feel it too. But you know how heartbreaking it's been for me personally to see all the hate towards the DCEU and all the problems, and to see potentially that we're going in a good direction. I love Snyder's movies. It's not about that. Great movies, not a great franchise. There's a difference. You need both. Great movies, great franchise. Ronnie Dodge, I feel like the world will fall in love with Sasha as Supergirl. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm already there. I mean, she's sensational. She really is. I want to see her story. I want her to be gritty. I want her to be working class. I want her to be someone who's lost something. And if Superman and Lois are dead in the future and she's come back here, to try and stop that from happening, I think that would be an amazing story. Jeff Hill, over under 50% Sasha gets her own movie. Oh, over? This is all set in stone, Jeff Hill. This is all set in stone. There's a plan here. There's a plan. Right, question. How many movies will it take for people to stop going on about the Snyderverse? If these movies are successful, how many movies will it take? Just amazing. Just simply amazing. We just are in a very exciting position now. And I said it from the very beginning, that even when we didn't know what was happening with the DCEU in the dark days after Justice League, I said, look, they can just do Flashpoint. It's the best thing. Start again. If it ain't working where you are, take it further out west. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. The Batman, it looks like, is having a very few reshoots in Scotland. That's it. It's nothing big. It's apparently Robert Pattinson and Colin Farrell, apparently. So that's interesting. Ronnie Dodge, what's going to be Sasha's Supergirl disguise? Maybe the hair will be different. I don't know how they'll do that. Maybe people will know who she is. Who knows? Imagine if Superman's dead in the present day. Ronnie Dodge, after the Flash, I think most people will be on board. I hope so. I hope I am for sure. Jeff Hill, who would win in a fight? Thanos versus Superman. Superman. Easy. Easy, mate. No one in the MCU can touch anyone from the DCEU. Ronnie Dodge, the Batman being 3 hours long is very exciting. Ronnie, do you know where this information come from? I mean, I don't believe it, but I agree with you. If this is the fucking case, it shows the freedom that these people are getting at DC. So amazing. So good. I want to apologize for the previous video. I was actually falling a fucking sleep. There was something wrong with me. I was so tired. I was literally slapping myself in the face. I was like this. I was like... And it's worse when no one comments. If you're feeling tired and no one's saying anything, it's not easy to keep awake. Ronnie Dodge, I don't know what's the source. I just saw it on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter too, Ronnie. It was from some bitter Snyder fan saying, oh, our movie got cut in half, but that movie's 3 hours long. We don't know that for sure. I don't know where this has come from. It must be Grace Randolph. Grace Randolph feeds these people, and she feeds them arsenic, and they say, yes, please, can we have some more, miss? And she says, more? So, yes, it's very, very exciting. There's just some great pictures here. I'm just going to look at Sasha again. Wow. How do they do it? It's amazing. They've designed a suit. It looks fantastic. Really amazing. Ronnie Dodge, Ezra looks great as well. He looks like he has been working out, or is it me? Yeah, maybe. I think you might have a point there. Jeff Hill, I'm a little worried about Snyder Cult and Fandom Menace hating on Sasha Calais Supergirl. Do you know what? They have no power, my friend. They can hate as much as they want. Hate hurts the hater. It doesn't hurt us. We're going to go and watch a great movie. She's going to be great. They may like her. You never know. But who cares? Who cares what they think? Dave D, 1988, Ethan. The best thing about the Flash movie is that we don't know about it fully. This is incredible. That's a really good point, Dave Ethan. A very good point. We're seeing this stuff, but this is just kind of a kick in the goldfish bowl, right? This is just, I'm trying to think of the saying, but I can't. But yeah, that's a good point. We don't know. We don't know what's actually going on in this movie. What else is going on? We still haven't seen a villain, which is good. I don't want to see a villain. I don't want to know who the villain is. But this film is nearly finished. Black Adam is nearly finished. Obviously, Fury of the Gods is just getting started. We're going to have some trailers. We could have some maybe mini stuff going on. I mean, it's very exciting. It's amazing. Jeff Hill, I think Flash might not even have a villain. The villain is time. Maybe. Ronnie Dodge, this is just crumbs compared to the full movie we are getting in November next year. Absolutely. Wow. John, The Flash has got a great director. I think so. I think he's conducted himself really well. Barbara Machete is a great foil for him, being his sister. I think there's a great partnership there. I think it brings a family environment as well. The Flash, John, oh no, we've done that. Ronnie Dodge, Fandom is going to be nuts. Oh yeah, better than Comic-Con. I mean, this is great that we've got our own fucking con now. I mean, whoever come up with that idea is a fucking genius. It is amazing. It's all going to be nuts. It's all going to be insane. We have 5 movies to look forward to. A Green Lantern fucking series. A Gotham Year 1 series. Peacemaker. And Zatanna. And Batgirl. It's just off the scale. Jeff Hill, I hope in a few years people will talk about Hamada like they talk about Fade. I hope so. I really do. Because he doesn't talk, does he? He's not out there. He's not like a politician. He's very, very quiet. I mean, Jeff Johns did suggest after Walter replaced him that Walter should get a Twitter account. But with the way things are with the Snyder Cult, you really don't want that. Ronnie Dodge, I think the Flash post-credit scene could play into Shazam Fury of the Gods. You would imagine so. You would imagine so. Or maybe a couple of films down the line. Who knows? Jeff Hill, do you like Jeff Johns? I fucking hate him, Lowell. I don't hate people I don't know. I try and not hate people in general. It's not good for me. It's not a nice thing. I don't know Jeff Johns. I don't think he's committed any crimes. I don't hate Jeff Johns. He came from nothing. He came from being a runner for Richard Donner. He's done great things in the comics. I've got a lot of respect for Jeff. He wrote a few great Smallville episodes. He's doing a great job with Stargirl. I've got a lot of respect for Jeff Johns. And at the end of the day, what happened with Snyder and John was 2 passionate men who both loved these characters, coming at these characters in different directions. That's all that happened. And taking sides over that is futile. John, they showed so much stuff at DC Fandom last year. Look, it was great. It's going to be better this year, though. You're not ready. You are not ready. You are not ready for Fandom 2021. Ronnie Dodge, maybe Walter Hamada will be on a more speaking part as a certain actor is trying to destroy his reputation. Yeah, I'm quite an intelligent bloke, even if I do say so myself, and I saw through it straight away. I wasn't having it. I don't care. I don't care if he said to him, throw this one under the bus or that. It doesn't matter to me. It's irrelevant. I don't stand by Ray Fisher, and that's it. I stand by Walter Hamada and people who are trying to make DC great. I told you all, there will be an article where Warner Brothers put their side of the story, probably just before the release of the Flash movie, because that's when the big change is happening. JDTSB don't know how to feel about being called a cult just because we love Snyder's work. Well, listen, I love Snyder's work, right? I'm not calling the wonderful, intelligent fans like you, JDTSB, and many others that follow me and I follow. I'm talking about the few who think it's clever and tearing other stuff down to build up what they stand. That's who I'm talking about. So remember, JDTSB, you should open your ears. You should know I love Snyder's stuff. So I would be calling myself a cult member as well. There are sections of this fandom that are no damn good. I'm sure some of them have never even seen a Snyder movie. They're just there to stir the pot, you know. So I'm not calling you a cult member. I'm calling the few people who cause trouble and slaughter Christopher Reeve, slaughter Tyler Hoechlin. I'm bored of it. I'm bored of it. I'm fed up of seeing it on my feed. The propaganda, the lies, the false narratives. Ronnie Dodge, WB have their side of the story, and I won't be surprised if Ezra has his side because he hasn't said anything about the response. Yeah, it's interesting. Abraham Herrera, the Beatles were right. All we need is love. All we need is love. La, la, la. La, 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 la. Yeah, Ronnie Dodge. Ah, he's gone. Yeah, the Beatles were right. All we need is love. Real love, Abraham, not the bullshit Hollywood love and bullshit compassion that they just spray out words. I mean, Jesus, I saw a TikTok video where they were explaining what happened to Judy Garland on The Wizard of Oz. Jesus Christ. All you need is Ronnie Dodge. I meant reshoots. John, what do you think of the movie Sucker Punch? I have never seen it. I have very little interest in anything Snyder does apart from DC. I mean, I saw Army of the Dead and I thought it was okay. But yeah, my interest in Snyder is DC and that's it. Unless he does, like that King Arthur project sounds interesting because interesting because I like King Arthur. But at the end of the day, I didn't bother watching that film. It had no interest to me whatsoever. Dave D. 1998, Ethan. From what I heard, is Ezra was treated much worse as Ray. I haven't heard anything about Ezra. Ezra's in the middle of the DCEU rebirth. He's not going to say anything. If he wanted to say anything, I mean, he's not on social media. He's not interested. He's interested in his career like Henry Cavill. And quite right, too. It's in the past. It is over. The future is coming. Ronnie Dodge, Sucker Punch is horrible. Sorry, Snyder fans. Never seen it. I won't pass judgment on something I've never seen. That's what you call balance. You know what we need on this channel? A hot woman as a co-presenter. Jeff Hill, what's your favourite non-superhero movie? JFK, directed by Oliver Stone, is one of the best films I've ever seen. It opened my young mind. It showed me how the world truly works. JFK is a great movie, but there's so many more non-superhero movies I love. JDTSB, Ezra is a good actor. Ezra is one of the best actors of this generation. He was absolutely fantastic in Fantastic Beasts as well. Ronnie Dodge, if Ezra had a bad experience, why is he doing a Flash movie with them to expand the universe? Dave D. 19... I tell you what, Ronnie, you kill it sometimes. You do make me laugh. Dave D. 1988 even. My favourite is American Gangster. You know what? I've never seen that film. I should. Jeff Hill, what's top 3 MCU movies? Oh, that's easy for me. I'm going to say Avengers Infinity War. I'm going to say Captain America and the Winter Soldier. And I'm going to say The Incredible Hulk. They're my favourite movies. What do you think, everyone? I think The Incredible Hulk's a great movie. I think the way they treated Ed Norton was disgusting just because he had his own ideas. That movie is great because of Ed Norton. Ed Norton knows the Hulk better than Mark Ruffalo. Finito. Jeff Hill, thoughts on rumour of Denzel Washington as Magneto and changing his backstory from Nazi Germany to black racism in America? Well, Jeff, that's the environment we're in. If that happened, people would go absolute ballistic. Isn't that the direction that we're going in? Isn't this the direction that the MCU are going in? Isn't this what they did with Watchmen as well, the TV series I never watched for that reason? So it wouldn't surprise me. Listen, I think it's a low act, personally. And I personally think, first, not only if I was a fan, I'd be offended by this. If I was a Jewish person, I'd be offended by this as well. You know, seeing what happened to them, you know, the grotesque things that happened to them during those times. And, obviously, Magneto is clearly a Jewish character as well. So that would be a very, very big mistake to make. Let's see what happens. Would Denzel do it? I don't think so. Denzel's been linked with comic books for a long time. He doesn't need it. Abraham Herrera, Universal owns Hulk. I know. JDTSB, my favourite movie or movies are the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the original Star Wars. I love them, but in terms of that question that I was asked, I think it was more, I felt it was like more of a non-blockbustery kind of movies, but Lord of the Rings and Star Wars are amazing. Abraham Herrera, Marvel can never do a Hulk movie. That's the problem, but no one's making a Hulk movie. I'm not happy about that. Ronnie Dodge, since the Flash pics have been out, people have said on Twitter they're more pumped for this than Spider-Man No Way Home. That's great. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm no MCU stan, but I am pumped for both movies. I will be judging them. I will be comparing them. Let's see what happens. Jeff Hill, how can you do Nazi Germany, though? In the modern day, Magneto would have to be like 80 years old. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, you could set it further down the past, though, couldn't you? It wouldn't have to be set in modern day, but obviously if they want crossovers and stuff, it would be. I understand your point. John, Edward Norton should have been the MCU Hulk going forward. He should have been, but Feige doesn't like people with their own opinions. But still, Jeff, turning it from, ignoring what people went through in the Second World War and changing it. Because it's all about, you see, this is the problem now. The most represented minority keeps on bleating, while the minorities who are not represented are muted. And that's not fair. I'm sick and tired of it. And I know a lot of minorities are fed up with it. JDTSB, I prefer Norton's Hulk too. He knows the Hulk. He's a big fan. Dave D, 1988, Ethan, that's a shame that Marvel can't do a Hulk movie. I mean, he's my second favourite Marvel character, sheesh. They wouldn't make a good Hulk movie anyway. Look at what they've done with Professor Hulk. Look what they've done. You know, the only one that's, and actually, I love Ang Lee's Hulk, and I love what Norton did as well. They're the Hulk. They're the versions of the Hulk I love, and Bruce Bixby and Lou Ferrigno, of course. All three of those versions are amazing. But the MCU Hulk was great when Joss Whedon did him in the first film, and since then they've been fucking Hulk up left, right, and centre. Now in Ragnarok, at least he talked. I was entertained by him. He was a bit more of a rated U Hulk, but still fun. Jeff Hill, lol. F Professor Hulk and Fat Thor. They made those characters a joke in Endgame. They did, and that's what they're all about, isn't it? Ronnie Dodge just had a thought. Maybe we see Iris and Barry get together at the end. Maybe they get married. I don't know how. Don't forget, she wasn't in Justice League, right? Think about this. Now, the Snyder Cut isn't canon. Now, they didn't know each other before they had that little interlude in that moment with the slow-mo and the music. So maybe they're a couple in Justice League. We just don't see her. So maybe they've already got a relationship in the Flash movie. I would probably prefer that. John, are you looking forward to seeing the She-Hulk series? I am looking forward to it. It should be cool. And the Hulk's going to be in it as well. So that's one of the ones I'm really excited about. Dave D, 1988, Ethan, Professor Hulk is a crime. Oh my God. It's a fucking crime against humanity. It's a fucking disgrace. Jeff Hill, you like Avengers 1 more than Zack Snyder's Justice League? No. I've never said that. Are you asking me a question? No, Zack Snyder's Justice League is arty, it's beautiful, it's fantastic, it's brilliant. It's one of the best comic book films I've seen. Bobcat, hey Mickey, hello stranger, you found another YouTuber, haven't you, you little traitor? Joking. Ronnie Dodge, Bobcat, yeah, he's a little traitor, isn't he? Abraham Herrera, imagine you're watching the climax of the Flash movie and at the Speedfall starts playing. Wow, yeah, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? I actually think that Grant and Ezra will have to run together to reboot the universe. I think that's what's going to happen. Scott Edwards, what's up? What's up, Scott? A very good morning or afternoon to you. It's evening here. I know it's probably morning or afternoon in the US of A. Ronnie Dodge, Benjamin might have a version of that theme. Yeah, because even the music I've heard when they teased the kind of logo, it seemed kind of similar to the TV show. Scott Edwards, did you see the full look at Sasha's suit? Love it. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. A young woman's dreams are coming true. She's playing an epic superhero. It's fantastic. Bobcat, if work makes me a traitor, yeah. Bobcat, I read like a 20-minute article about the Suicide Squad the other night on this channel. Dave, the 1988 Ethan. No spoilers, please. Just joking, by the way. Ronnie Dodge, I can't get over it. We see we see Michael Keaton back on set on the DC project. The first time in 29 years. It's very exciting, isn't it? Oh my God, he's amazing. JDTSB saw a picture of Sasha on set. Costume looked different. What? You mean the one we've seen? Bobcat, I'll have to go back and watch it. I think you were actually here for a little while. You didn't seem very interested, but yeah, go back. I can't remember how many days ago it was. It may be 3 or 4 days ago. It was definitely one of my lives. Scott Edwards and Barry and Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne are apparently in that scene too. So excited for the Flash movie. We all are, my friend, yeah. Abraham Herrera, Bruce Wayne's car. Did you see? I did. It looks great. John, I wonder if Andy will direct the Supergirl movie. I think so. I think listen, I think Andy Muschietti is going to be the #1 director. I think he's very important now in terms of the future of the DCEU. So, yeah, I think they'll give him, if he pulls this off, he's got to pull this off first. He's going to pull this off. Then they're going to give him everything. He's going to be responsible. He's going to be like what Joss Whedon was in the first 2 Avengers films and what the Russos was in the end. Look, they're bringing in these new line cinema directors, and they're so good. And they work well with Walter because they've worked with him before. Ronnie Dodge, I think Andy could do the Flash trilogy. Yeah, I think he'll do that as well. He'll do a few things, I think. Dave D, 1988. Ethan, we got to see the Flash first, John. Well, obviously, we've got to judge him on the Flash, of course. So hang on a minute. I've got 10 viewers and 3 likes. What are you talking about, Willis? I don't see those likes going up. I'm not a box. I don't watch boxing. I used to box. I'm amateur, like down the gym. Ronnie Dodge, I liked when I first come on. What's that, Ronnie? I don't understand that. Bobcat, Gold Oak coming soon, maybe to a theatre near you. Is this one slim chance I have it goes right? I don't know what Gold Oak is. Come on, more likes. 11 of you in the chat. Come on. Abraham Herrera. Mick, I've got to say I feel kind of positive vibe from the set picture. Future looks bright for the first time in a while. Well, because what you've got is you've got people doing something. They're trying to build, it's world building. It's for a broader audience. You know, you can have dark movies. You can have light movies. You can do all of that. But there's got to be a balance. And it's exciting to see a universe being built within this movie. It's exciting. It's exciting. Very exciting. Bob, John, just send you a like. Thank you, my friend. Bobcat, I liked when I clicked onto the video. Oh, thank you very much, Bobcat. Ronnie Dodge, I liked your video just now. Thank you very much, Ronnie. Bobcat, Golden Oak is a movie I'm writing, directing. Oh, wow. Good luck with that, my friend. Jeff Hill, who would win in a fist fight? Zack Snyder versus the Russo brothers. I think Snyder could take them both. Snyder's nearly 60, isn't he? Wow. JDTSB, doesn't the Russo brothers identify as females now? No, that's the Wazowskis, isn't it? Who are doing the Matrix. Abraham, Zach is testosterone. He is. Jeff Hill, Snyder is in good shape. He is. Ronnie Dodge, all I'm going to say, Warner Brothers probably didn't have the chance because of Zach. And that's not a dig. It's being honest. Yeah, I think you're right. Listen, he had a direction, but at the end of the day, Bobcat, if it does work out, no promises, the film goes well, I want to mention your name, if that's okay. Can't disclose which studio. Of course. That would be an honour for me for you to mention my name, my friend. Hey, look, if you want me to do any acting, I'm quite happy to do it. Bobcat, not even sure if I'm supposed to say I'm talking to any studio. I mean, I think that's massive. Everyone give Bobcat a round of applause, and I wish all the best for you. I only want good things for you, my friend, and I'm very, very proud of you. So everyone congratulate Bobcat that he's talking to a studio. Nothing certain, of course, but just to be talking to a studio is a big deal. Ronnie Dodge, Warner Brothers have a chance to build the DC universe they wanted to build, and I trust Walter Hamada. So do I. Ronnie Dodge, Bobcat, good luck, mate. Dave D 1988 Ethan, speaking of Snyder, you remember in 2014 the fans were going on and on that Captain America Winter Soldier was a great Superman movie, that Man of Steel. Well, listen to me, this is what I'm going to say to you, my opinion on Civil War isn't a great Superman movie, it's a great Captain America and Avengers movie. At the end of the day, I do feel though Chris Evans would have made a great Superman looking at his performances as Captain America. I will say that. Bobcat, thanks, mate. Didn't want to say anything before, but work is a mix of work and meetings. Yeah, I've been there, my friend. It's all very, it's full on. Abraham Herrera, message retracted. Dave D 1988 Ethan, applause for Bobcat. Very nice of you, Dave. We've got a good lot on tonight. I like it when the streams are a bit busy. It was a bit shit last night. Bobcat, thanks Ronnie Dodge and Dave D 1988 Ethan. Ronnie Dodge, the Flash is going against Captain Marvel too. Ha ha ha, sorry Brie, you should move. Wow, that's true. That's going to be interesting. They'll probably have Robert Downey Jr. in it or something just to try and beat. It's going to be interesting. The Flash. JDTSB, Man of Steel is a good movie. Man of Steel is a great movie, my friend. Man of Steel is the GOAT, my friend. You think you can threaten my mother? Ronnie Dodge, they might, but we have Michael Keaton back at home at DC. Oh, yeah. So, good evening, everyone. Your headlines are tonight that there are more on-set pics of Sasha Calais in her full costume. Amazing. We've seen Michael Keaton at the courthouse with Ezra Miller. Wow. We've seen Ezra Miller wearing the Flash ring, which is huge. Dave D 1988, Ethan JDTSB, I agree. Abraham Herrera, BTW, whatever that means. Isn't Fantastic Beasts 3 coming out when? I think they're shooting it or they shot it. I'm not sure. Ronnie Dodd, just imagine all the people who grew up with the Keaton coming to see The Flash. Well, this is why it's smart, isn't it? That's why it's good business. Ronnie Dodd, no, we've done that. Jeff Hill, thoughts on Park Kent telling Clark that he should let people die in MOS. Well, he says maybe. He doesn't say that he should. It's basically just the father scared that his son could be used as a lab rat. He's just trying to protect his son. It's very Jonathan Kent in a way. But in another way, if you think about it, it's not very Jonathan Kent. It's a bit of it's ironic as well. Bobcat, I've pitched like 4 different projects just hoping to get one. Yeah, pitches are difficult. Everyone's pitching projects and it's difficult. But let's see what happens, eh? It isn't easy. And just because they don't, just because they reject your pitches doesn't mean your story's no good. It just means it's not the story they're looking to do, especially these days. It's so difficult because it's so political as well. JDTSB, we know 40-year-old white men would be watching The Flash, not Captain Marvel. Well, do you know what? More 40-year-old white men went to see Captain Marvel than any women or any minorities. That's a fact. So that's kind of ironic, isn't it? And they were the people Brie Larson insulted as well. So amazing, ironic, hilarious. Abraham Herrera, you're right, Ronnie. The Flash has nostalgia going for it. And that's good because it needs all the help it can get. I don't think it needs help. I think this is a Flash movie. People would be excited about it anyway. So I don't think it's a desperate movie that needs these things. But they're doing a multiverse strategy. They're rebooting the universe, and that's what the point of the movie is. Jeff Hill, how pathetic is it that Captain Marvel and Doctor Strange made more money than BVS and JL? Well, do you know what? It doesn't really matter to me as a DC fan. I mean, what is it that Lois says in Man of Steel? Let's stop measuring, you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me because BVS and Zack Snyder's Justice League, for me, are better movies. So they will be around for many, many years, being talked about and watched. Captain Marvel's already been forgotten. Doctor Strange is a okay movie, and that's it. Bobcat, yeah, it is tough. Storyboarding is very tedious sometimes too. Yeah. Ronnie Dodge, it does need help there, just expanding a universe and getting it on the right track after it's damaged, yeah? They're certainly trying to rebuild it. Very important now. Zach got his last Ferrari, got his movie released. At the end of the day, you know, that's pretty cool. And the Snyder Cut's a great movie. Kevin Costner was a good Jonathan Kent. Kevin Costner is a great Jonathan Kent. And Kevin Costner is one of my favourite actors. I stan most of his movies, The Untouchables, JFK, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. But what I will say is, John Schneider, the version of the Jonathan Kent from Smallville, is my favourite Jonathan Kent. JDTSB, Marvel lied to the fans when advertising Captain Marvel, saying it's important to Endgame. Yeah, they lied. They had to lie. They were desperate. And it worked, didn't it? Of course it wasn't. Well, I suppose it depends how you look at it, because she is in Endgame. They can tell you what she was in Endgame, wasn't she? Abraham Herrera, hey Bob, how much would it cost to hire someone to do storyboards for you? I asked because I would love to direct, but I can't draw. You know what, Abraham? I can't draw either. There are other ways of doing it. You don't have to have storyboards. It's a way of doing it that a lot of artists do. I know James Gunn does that a lot, but you don't necessarily have to draw everything. It's not vital. A lot of people do it. Ronnie Dodge, look, Zach could be salty for these movies coming out, but his trilogy is out. Exactly. In a lot of ways, he's fortunate he got that trilogy. So I stand the trilogy, but, you know. The Gaming Maniac. Welcome to the Gaming Maniac. You don't even have to be a great drawer, to be honest. Look at Zach's storyboards. He just doodles them in a way. That's understandable. The Gaming Maniac. Also, hey, Mick, lol. Hey, the Gaming Maniac. Abraham Herrera. Ronnie, I don't think Zach has those kinds of feelings. Ronnie Dodge, I mean, the VFX guys from Zack Snyder's Justice League are excited for The Flash and they wanted to leave, so this movie is amazing, one way or another. Agreed. Zach's VFX team is there. Jeff Hill, who would win in a fight? Dr. Manhattan versus Thanos. Doctor Who. Bobcat, Abraham Herrera, my storyboards are very sloppy. They don't need to be perfect, just a rough sketch. I got stuck figure on some panels, lol. Well, look at George Lucas, what he did with Star Wars. Basically, to pitch the story to Fox, he actually got his own artist in to do all the pictures. He was a designer for Boeing, and that really worked for him. So sometimes you can bring an artist in. It doesn't have to be you who's doing the drawings or the artwork. Bobcat Stick, the Gaming Maniac. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's got the flash ring. Yes, I know he's got the flash ring. We were discussing it earlier on. That's awesome. Also, Mick, some people are speculating that Supergirl is actually going to be from the future of Cavill's Earth rather than a new one. False. Well, the Gaming Maniac, you clearly haven't been watching my content, because that's exactly what I've been saying. Not only that, but in this future, I think Lois and Clark are already dead. She goes back with Barry to the present day DCEU to try and save her parents' life. That's what I see coming. That is what I think, the Gaming Maniac. And I think that's the most exciting thing to do. JDTSB, Doctor Strange box office is 617 million, 77 million. BVS is 872.7 million. BVS wins then. John, was Army of the Dead any good? It started off really good, disappointing ending. And the person who survived, disappointing. Abraham Herrera, I guess you just need to give a sense of what the shot will be. Yeah, basically, listen, when you're pitching, they don't need to know about your necessarily that. They need to know your concept. They need to know what the world is you're doing, what your story is. Dave D, 1988, Ethan, I've got to go. Be going out soon to see my pa. See you later. See you later, Dave D, 1998. Ethan, Bobcat, I expect a call, though, if this goes anywhere, Mickey. Definitely. Ronnie Dodge, see you, Dave. Dave D, 1988, Ethan, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. The Gaming Maniac, that will be so awesome, Mick. Also true to the line of moving forward, yet nothing forgotten. Exactly. Imagine, right? Barry goes to the future of his Earth. Supergirl's there. Her parents are dead. Clark was murdered. Someone used kryptonite. And Lois was killed easier because she's a human. She's an orphan, a little bit like Clark himself. And she's on her own. She was on the streets. She's had to look after herself and raise herself. And then she meets this guy who can give her the opportunity to go back in time to save her family's life. But not only that, she's got the same opportunity that Barry's had in this film to stop his mother from dying. Interesting. I think there's going to be a moral to this story. JDTSB, Bobcat, good luck. Good luck, Bobcat. Ronnie Dodge, The Flash Season 5 had the same situation with Nora West Allen trying to find Barry in the past. That's right. The Gaming Maniac, it would make so much sense to since Supergirl's suit is literally Cavill's suit. Same language and all. This is the thing. I've been trying to place it. Because if she was in the beginning of the film, in the present day, they would have to do a time jump of 20 years. That wouldn't make sense. So the only way you can do it is if Barry goes to the future, he meets her. I'm not saying Lois and Clark are definitely dead in that future, but it would make sense. It would give her an arc. It would give her a really good arc. That's the one I like. That's the idea I like. But I also like the version in the comics when she's created by Brainiac using Clark's DNA. That's an interesting one. Whatever it is, it's going to be awesome. Abraham Herrera. Yeah, we all know by now that the movies will be Earth 1 and Snyderverse will become some sort of Elseworld thing. That's good because it could continue. I hope it does. Bobcat, thanks JDTSB. What a wonderful stream tonight. It's exciting tonight. The Gaming Maniac, what do you think they're going to do with Affleck Batman, Mick? I think he survives Flashpoint. I think he survives the reboot. I could be wrong. I'm not saying this is a fact, but I've got a little feeling that they're not going to get rid of him because there's no need to get rid of him. If he doesn't come back, he doesn't come back. But I still feel there's more for him to do in the DCEU. Ronnie Dodge, Barry's wearing trainers in the set pics, red and yellow by the looks of it. Oh, really? With the suit? That's interesting. What I liked in the Snyder Cut when he started going fast, his trainers evaporated, his shoes evaporated. That's actually realistic. The Gaming Maniac, if I see him at the end with a golden outline on his bat logo, I'd probably scream low. I think we'd all scream. Abraham Herrera, who could play Reverse Flash? Oh my God, wow. It could be so many people. I mean, could be anyone, couldn't it? There are a lot of great actors who could really do this. But obviously they need good screen presence. They need to be able to play this bad guy. Also, he's meant to be a fan of the Flashes originally, so you've got that great backstory as well. The guy they chose in the series was really good. I mean, the actual real version, who is the Flash, Reverse Flash. Jeff Hill, Matthew McConaughey, I don't know, and Kevin Bacon, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Bobcat, one of the pictures is about a bunch of prisoners on death row sent to this kind of Hunger Games tournament, but there are 4 teams of 10. Sounds really interesting. Abraham Herrera, the Reverse Flash from the series was good. I loved what the actor did, yeah. And I'm talking about the blonde guy, not obviously the guy who plays Wells. Although Wells pulled it out. You know, the guy who played Wells in season 1, absolutely fantastic. I think, again, that's a part that could be cast with an unknown. It would probably work better. Patrick Wilson, who plays Orm, would have done a great job. Abraham Herrera, you know what? I could picture Kevin Bacon doing it, but he's way too old now. Yeah, I agree. And I don't know why. I think I'd like the Reverse Flash to be tall and imposing. Although, if we're going to choose a short actor, then I'd go for Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter. I think it would just be a weird. It'd just be a weird out there pick, wouldn't it? I'm not saying he'd be good at it. Bobcat, and they are dumped on 4 separate islands and can only travel to the other island on these bridges. And whatever team survives, the members left are released from prison. Sounds awesome, really does. I like that idea. very inventive. Sounds like a pitch that they could be interested in. John, if Ben Affleck's Batman survives Flashpoint, they can do the Batman versus Deathstroke movie. Exactly. They can do anything they want. Because it's the multiverse, you don't have to get rid of Affleck. It's interesting that he even agreed. It really is. But if he doesn't want to do it anymore, it makes sense if he would come back if he was finished. But to me, why get rid of him if you're doing a multiverse strategy? It seems futile. Bobcat, I know 40 people for that. So if it goes through, expect the call to come act in it. Awesome. Abraham Herrera, Bobcat, that sounds really interesting. It certainly does. Bobcat, thank you, Abraham Herrera. So, Ronnie Dodge, is there anything going on Twitter tonight? Is there any news we need to know? Ronnie Dodge, just going to look now, mate. Thank you very much. By the way, Ronnie, you must let us know if you enjoyed In the Heights. We haven't had any feedback from you about that. This is Movies TV Mad. This is Movies TV Mad Live. This is your opportunity to talk to me. I know it's a great, honor for you to talk to me, But yeah, and it's all about talking about our movies and our TV and just really having a bit of banter. And of course, if there's any entertainment updates, I will give them to you. John, I hope we get a Deathstroke movie. So do I. Well, he did hint, didn't he? He did hint, the actor. John, no, I've done that. Bobcat, I have my opinions on In the Heights, lol. Tell me, let me know. I'd love to know. JDTSB. I'd watch Batfleck versus Deathstroke. Oh, I think we all would. I'm not a musical guy. I mean, I love Grease. I think Grease is amazing. Summer loving, have me a blast. Summer loving happens so fast. I met a girl crazy for me. She was good. You know what I mean. I saved her life. She nearly drowned. He showed off, splashing around. Abraham Herrera, Deathstroke directed by Martin Scorsese. Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, exactly. Lol, effing Marty. Why did you hate comics? Well, I think he hates the MCU personally. Bobka, I thought it was good in some parts. In other parts, it didn't work. It was very slow. I felt like a 3 hour. It felt like a 3 hour movie. That can't be good. Ronnie Dodge, no news, mate. Just love that Barry has the ring. Yeah, that was a revelation and a half, wasn't it? Wow. I think they're doing all this on purpose. They want us to see these things. I definitely think so because the things that, it's like this is the end of the movie as well, which is interesting. And it's interesting that everything's going off at the end near this courthouse as well. It's like the end of Star Wars: A New Hope when they're getting the medals and everyone's happy. It's like that kind of moment. Bobcat, I like some of the music. Oh no, I've done no. Oh, hang on. I like some of the music, especially the first song. Funny that the first 8 minutes they released was the best 8 minutes of the movie. Interesting. We have no entertainment news. You are up to date. You know what I'm looking forward to as well? The Rocky IV Director's Cut. That's going to be awesome. I am so excited and pumped for that. And no robot. Happy birthday, Polly. Ronnie Dodge, they stick to comics, which is nice change, than doing your own thing. Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point, yeah. Well, this is an interesting film because it's a kind of Flash origin movie in a way, and it's also setting up the universe as well. As I say, it's such a difficult task for Andy Muschietti. Let's hope he can pull it off. John, who is your favourite Deathstroke? Oh, Arrow, the Arrowverse one. He's the best. He's the daddy, my friend. JDTSB, have you talked about Amazon's takeover of MGM? Yes, I have. I have read some articles. I have looked at some articles and read them here on the channel. I think it's interesting. I'm excited. I think this is a great opportunity for Amazon to maybe even build their own cinemas and do some really ambitious stuff, and I think they will. Bobcat, there was an amazing scene at the end with a sunset, and they were dancing on every angle of the building with the bridge in the background, and it was one of the only moments in the movie where I felt it. Ronnie Dodge, I think this movie is going to be over 2.5 hours long. I hope so, because obviously even the Suicide Squad's kind of short, but if it's true about the Batman, I would like a long Flash movie. Bobcat, for sure, at Ronnie Dodge. Bobcat, opinions on The Heights, Ronnie Dodge? Yeah, we'd love to know your thoughts about the movie, Ronnie. Ronnie Dodge, I really liked it, Bobcat. John, my favourite Deathstroke is the one from Arrow as well. Yeah, he's awesome, John. He really is. It was the writing, it was the performance. I mean, the guy stuck a fucking sword into Moira Queen, and that was such a what a devastating moment. Bobcat, yeah, I liked it, Ronnie Dodge. It's just felt very slow at some points. Oh dear, not again. Please leave me alone. Ronnie Dodge, yeah, definitely it was slow pacing in places, which is never a good thing. Unless the conversations and the dialogue they're doing when they get chatty and slower paced are interesting and the character interactions are interesting. Otherwise, it can be very boring when they slow the pace down. Ronnie Dodge, I'm all cleared up from the vaccine side effects now, Mick. Awesome, good news. This Saturday coming, I will be getting my next vaccine. So that's going to be interesting. Oh dear, it must be a lack of oxygen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Apparently yawning is a lack of oxygen. Bobcat, same Ronnie Dodge, just a sore arm when putting pressure on him. Wow, still. No, whatever arm it was. I think it was this arm. Ronnie Dodge, the Flash panel at Fandom is going to be huge. I want Kevin Smith to do the panel. He probably will. Jeff Hill, who's your favourite actor? Oh, wow. Wow, that's the question. When I was a younger man, it was definitely Kevin Costner, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. Modern days, it's difficult right now. Wow, that's an interesting one. I don't think I stan any actors these days to say, wow, he's the best or she's the best. It's a bit difficult right now. But I definitely think growing up, I would look at Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Kevin Costner. They're the ones I really loved. Ronnie Dodge, gonna go, mate. See you later, guys. Bye, Ronnie. Have a lovely evening. Thanks for the interaction. See you later. Ronnie George, anything pops up, I will message you. Thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate it. Thanks very much. Bobcat, also dating life update because I know you all care so much, lol. That girl wants to play all tough to get so. I said okay and got 2 dates yesterday and the girl's number. Oh, very good. Bobcat, see you, Ronnie Dodge. So we have been on air for 1 hour and 11 minutes, nearly 1 hour, 12 minutes. We have 7 viewers. We have 7 likes, not a bad ratio. And we have about 20 minutes of the stream left. So take advantage, put your comments down, talk about anything in entertainment from past and present. It doesn't have to be DC. It doesn't have to be Marvel. It could be anything you grew up with, a film you loved, anything. We're not just here to talk about the comic movies, just to be clear there. So don't feel you're kind of bamboozled into talking about that stuff. I love talking about that stuff, the modern day stuff, but there's also lots of films we stand from the past and TV shows. And I'm more than happy to talk about that. Bobcat, watching Luca today, don't think it's going to be any good. Yeah, it seems very stereotypical with the Italian people eating pasta, isn't it? The Gaming Maniac, what do you think about Loki so far? If you've been watching it. Yeah, I've been watching Loki, first 2 episodes. I'm enjoying it. I think it's interesting. I found the first one, the pacing was far too slow and they were wasting time on purpose. The pacing went up a bit on the second episode. I love the interactions between Morbius and Loki. So I'm enjoying it. I've also got some theories on it. I definitely think that Steve Rogers is being held at the TVA as well. So I think this show is setting up Secret Wars, I feel. And I think that Loki will be part of that as well, which will be interesting to see, what's his name? Nick Fury's reaction when he sees Loki. But very interesting. I'm enjoying it and I can't wait to see the rest of the episodes. JDTSB, favourite actor now is Keanu. Oh, interesting. I've never really liked him as much of an actor. I think he's got a good screen presence, and I think that's his thing. But I wouldn't say, as an actor, I would rate him that highly. I think his best performance is in Point Break. Yeah, it's difficult these days. Who's my favourite actor today? I mean, that's an interesting question. I don't know. I can't think of anyone. Bobcat, rewatching Suicide Squad. It wasn't great in terms of accuracy to the comics. No, it wasn't, but it was still a fairly good, entertaining movie. No, it was basically all Air Cook. Air is obsessed with the military, so he went down that direction, and his cut is even more that way. I like watching the extended cut. I think the extra Joker and Harley bits in the extended cut are worth watching the extended cut for. Sam's Down Reviews. Have you seen Swamp Thing? I have, and it's great. The Gaming Maniac. Yes, Suicide Squad theatrical wasn't that great, but still pretty entertaining. I think so. Itching for the Air cut, though. Yes, so am I. Just to say I've watched it. I don't expect it to be this great improvement, but I just want to see what he did with it. I'm also itching to see the Schumacher cut. I don't know what I'd rather see, the Schumacher cut or the Air cut. I'm going to go for the Schumacher cut because that film has got such an unfair opinion towards it. Sam the Jan Reviews. Have you seen the Swamp Thing movie? No, I haven't. Jeff, you like theatrical cut or Donna cut more? Oh, Superman 2. It's a shame he didn't get to make his movie. If I'm honest, I prefer Richard Lester's cut, the theatrical cut of Superman 2. That's just my opinion, of course. Sam Dejan reviews. How come William Dafoe hasn't played the Joker yet? I don't know. He'd be a great Joker. Bobcat, the Harley and Batman CPR thing was weird. I like the extra scenes, I really do. But there was some weird shit in that movie. But this is what happens when you get these type of people to make comic book movies. They're just looking at doing their own thing, and that can be a problem. Bobcat, good thing they cut away from that scene. I thought I accidentally clicked onto a porn site for a second. Sam Dejan reviews. Ezra Miller is wearing the flash ring. I know! We were talking about it earlier, Sam. You missed it. I'm very excited. Some comic book accuracy is so cool in these films. It's been lacking in the Snyderverse. Bobcat, not only that, but I hope Rick Flag is better in the Suicide Squad. He did nothing here. Do you know what? I actually enjoyed his dynamic with Will Smith. I thought he was really good. I liked what they did with him with June Moon as well. So, yeah, I don't agree with you there. Abraham Herrera, I suppose the Flash will have some type of origin scene or scenes. Definitely, I think so. Bobcat, also, I didn't really like Diablo that much. It didn't seem like he cared about his wife and his kids that much. No. He regretted it when he did it, when he was telling the story. But yeah, he was a different person then. They're trying to tell a story, aren't they, I suppose? Abraham Herrera, yeah, Rick Flag was miscast, in my opinion. Interesting. I liked him. I mean, in Smallville, Rick Flag was more aggressive and he was a Texan. The Rick Flag character in Smallville was pretty cool, actually. Bobcat, his fantasy was his kids passed out and his wife knocking him up, not spending time with them at all. If that's it, I mean, get time with them at all. If that's it, I mean, get a hooker, Diablo, and don't burn the innocent people. I mean, yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, you can tear every story down, Bobcat, and you can take the motivations and turn them around. But yeah, that's his point of view, and that's where he's coming from. So at the end of the day, we can't see we don't understand someone doing that, but from his point of view, it's different. And this is life as well, looking at people's different points of views and motivations. Sam Jan reviews, DC should do a Secret Six movie. I don't know who the Secret Six are, I'm afraid, Sam. JBT DC should do a lot of movies. DC should do a lot of movies. I think they are. That's the yeah. Abraham Herrera, the problem with Diablo is they reduce him to background thing. Air's cut is character driven. Yeah, according to Air, we'll have to wait and see and judge for ourselves. Bobcat, yeah, I just feel like it was Air's job to make us understand. Sam Zan reviews, it is led by Deadshot. Yeah, I mean, he's Mel Smith. Not Mel Smith, sorry, Will Smith. It's Will Smith, so you would get that. But I think Will Smith was amazing in the film. A great loss to the Suicide Squad, really. But he's loyal to David Ayer and he didn't want to work without him. Henrik's Supergirl looked fantastic. Just saw the set photos of her. Yeah, Henrik, we've been discussing that earlier as well. Absolutely fantastic. A young woman's dreams are coming true. And she's Supergirl. I love her as Supergirl already. Without seeing her in the movie, I think she's just so relatable. And this is really exciting times to be a DC fan. as far as I'm concerned. Abraham Herrera, Bobcat Air gave WB a cut, but WB hired a company to re-edit the film. He actually did reshoots and rewrites as well, Air, and they did another version. So, yeah, they got a pop video company to edit it. Bobcat, I didn't like that Harley and Joker were so defined by the relationship either. I suppose I never really looked at it that deeply. JDTSB, I hope Will Smith comes back as Deadshot. He'd only come back with David Ayer. Bobcat, they shouldn't be defined by one another. I stand on that as a Harley fan. Yeah, well, this is the problem. If you're a Harley fan, Bobcat, then you don't look at it from the Joker's point of view, do you? That's the problem. You're only looking at it as a Harley fan. I'm probably definitely more of a Joker fan than a Harley fan. Bobcat, no, we've read that. I mean, I like Harley, but I'm definitely not obsessed with her. I don't relate to the character whatsoever. I'd love to date someone like Harley, but when she's bad to the fucking bone, not when she's trying to be redeemed. Redemption Harley is a boring Harley. Bobcat, well, no, the Joker is included in that, and he doesn't give a crap about Harley. His whole story was to get her to have sex with her. I thought he just used her to get out of the asylum. Wow. I can't understand how you see that, Bobcat, but there you go. But I don't really care. As an alpha male, I'm fine with Joker using her for sex. Women and men use each other's for sex. Both parties do it. All identifications do it. Simple as. Bobcat, I mean, I feel like the situation to all the problem in this movie is just get a hooker, lol. Bobcat, no, I mean him breaking her out. Henrik, Bobcat, you crazy. Oh, careful, Henrik. Respect, please. If you disagree with Bobcat, explain to him why you disagree with him. Bobcat, I know I'm just saying Joker doesn't care about Harley. No. I'm fine with that, to be honest with you. But then I grew up on J.R. Ewing, so I love characters like that. I think the audiences and the younger audiences now are kind of obsessed with morality, and that's the problem. It spoils entertainment for them. Abraham Herrera, Joker does care about Harley, just not that much. Yeah, I think that's a good way of looking at it, Abraham. That's true. Henry, no, I think Bobcat is correct. I wanted the darker movie version, not the cuts it down one. Bobcat, that should be what it is, and he cares way too much about her there. Bobcat, I think everyone does, Henry. JDTSB, originally Harley is the one obsessed with Joker, but Joker is not. Well, in the film, his first thing is to get out of the asylum. So he uses her there. He manipulates her, he seduces her, which I'm absolutely fine with. But then I'm not too hot on the the original content from the comics. Bobcat, yeah, JDTSB, yeah. Henry, yeah, maybe it's the Joker who's crazy, not you, ha ha. That's the whole point of the Joker, isn't it? Bobcat, be right back, getting my food. Cool, awesome. We've got about 5-6 minutes left of the stream, everyone. So say what you have to say. Just say what you have to say. Scott Edwards, I love Green Arrow on Smallville. Oh yeah, he's sensational, isn't he? Without that version of Green Arrow, there would never have been an Arrowverse. Just think about that. John, I think they will end DC fandom this year with a Flash trailer. Yeah, definitely. That would be a good idea. Scott Edwards. Going to try to watch more Stargirl this week. Definitely, Scott. Looking forward to it. Henrik, I'm hoping we can get some set photos from the Flash movie and maybe Bruce Batfleck. Abraham Herrera. What's interesting is that a character so broken and insane, like the Joker, is so popular. People just love crazy. What does that say about us Joker fans? It says something about society, Abraham, something that this generation doesn't understand. We are all broken people, and he's flawed. He's a flawed character. He is the trash of society. People didn't treat him well enough when he could have been saved. So this is what happens to him. This is what can happen to anyone. That's Arthur Fleck's story in the Joker movie that these SJWs didn't like. Society treated him like shit. And in the end, they drove him fucking nuts. He rose up and he hurt society. This is what happens when you treat people a certain way. Scott Edwards, do you think the scene from Flash set photos are from an alternate timeline? No. I think, well, you never know, but it looks like it's Earth 1, present day. Bobcat, James Gunn confirmed the final trailer for the Suicide Squad will release this month. Yes, it's exciting, isn't it? Gamer Devil 99. Hi, Uncle Mike. It's me, Emma. Hello, Emma. How are you? This is my niece. I can't believe you call yourself Gamer Devil 99. That's such a cool name, isn't it? Bobcat, I mean, I don't consider myself a hardcore Joker fan, but I'm definitely a very big hardcore Harley fan. You surprise me. Gamer Devil 99. Hi, it's me, Emma, your niece. I know who you are. Hello, Emma. I miss you. Scott Edwards. So Supergirl and Bruce are on Earth 1. Scott Edwards. Let me explain that. Yeah, they both travel back with Barry. I think she's in the future. Lois and Clark are dead, I think, in the future. So she's coming back motivated to try and save her parents' lives. And yeah, he brings Batman, Bruce Wayne, with him as well. That's how I see it. Bobcat, hi, Gamer Devil 99. Well done, Bobcat. JDTSB, Joker being crazy, developed through the years. In early days, he was just a common criminal. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Gamer Devil 99. I miss you too. I miss you more. Scott Edwards, are you going to do a reaction video for each individual Stargirl episode? I probably will. I've got a bit of a problem right now with Prime because I can't officially watch Prime over here. Sometimes it doesn't work. So we'll see when I can sort that out. I think I'm just going to get the Blu-ray. Bobcat, your uncle's a great guy. Thank you, Bobcat. Henrik, I think you are correct. Nice theory. Let's say that again. Henrik, I think you are correct. Nice theory movies, Uncle Man. Ah. I'm losing my voice. We're nearly at the end of the stream, everyone, so let's do this. Henrik, the theory with the time being set in the future, yeah, definitely. I think Supergirl is set in DCEU's Earth 1's future. Bobcat, very excited for the Flash's Supergirl, yeah. Look, from the moment, the way Andy cast her, and she was so appreciative when she got the role, like someone that just won the lottery who didn't know where the next meal was coming from. I like that. I like her attitude. She's going to be amazing. Abraham Herrera, I think they'll use the hype and release a teaser soon. Well, that would be sensational. Yeah, I think they're really going to market that. I mean, there's no question about it. I think Andy Muschietti is the main man in the future of the DCEU in terms of creativity. So that's exciting as well. And he's been given a huge project, the reboot of the DCEU. There's no huger responsibility than that, is there? Shazam reviews. Will Shazam appear in the Flash movie? I would suspect so. Yeah, definitely. I think everyone's going to show up. It's looking like that. Bobcat, excited for the Suicide Squad first. Oh yeah, can't wait. That is the next upcoming DCEU movie. We are going to see some awesome stuff, connections to the rest of the DCEU. It's going to be fun. Well, everyone, it's been a great stream, I must say. The comments have been flowing. It hasn't been boring. You haven't been boring. I've been my usual awesome self. Henrik, but who is the villain for the Flash movie? Do we have a reverse Flash movie? And no, we have heard nothing about a villain or the reverse Flash. Bobcat, the Flash is great, but the Suicide Squad has me a tad more excited. Bobcat, see you, everyone. See you, Bobcat. Henrik, villain. JDTBSB, just curious, why are the news focused on Flash when it's still in production? Meanwhile, Suicide Squad is less out there. I don't think the Suicide Squad is less out there. It's had its trailers. He's been, he's been doing interviews. The cast have been doing interviews. I read something. I read a 20-minute piece the other day. There's lots of marketing for this film, so I don't think that's true, JDTSB. Bobcat, leave a like, everyone. Thank you, Bobcat. Bobcat, see you, chat. See you, Mickey. See you later. Henrik, see you, Crazy's Bobby. Later all. Oh, I love the internet. Right, everyone, we're going to say goodnight now. We've been here for over 90 minutes. It's been amazing. 13 views, 10 likes. I've got to be happy with that. I'm only a small YouTuber, so small mercies and all of that. Thank you, everyone. The Gaming Maniac, see you, Mick. Thank you very much, The Gaming Maniac, for your support and your comments, everyone. I will be back tomorrow with the Movies TV Mad Daily Live and then the usual live stream from 6:30 p.m. UK time. Check your local times. Thank you, everyone. It's been great. The Abraham Herrera, see you, Mick. See you later, Abraham. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the comments. It's been absolutely fantastic. I love it when everyone's flowing and we're talking geek and nerd TV and movies. This is what I'm here for, and I'm sure this is what you're here for too. Follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad, TikTok and Instagram, Movies TV Mad 555. Until then, see you later. And if my niece Emma is still here, see you later. Love you lots. Henrik, go, Mickey. See you later, Henrik. I like you. You're a random dude. You're cool. And I hope to see you on the chat again. Until then, everyone, until tomorrow, I'll be over on Twitter very shortly. So check me out. Until tomorrow, see you later. Oh my God, I nearly dropped a glass of water. All right, I'll see you later, everyone. Thank you very much. Great stream. Love and respect you all. Thank you for the support. Small YouTuber, a bunch of fans coming in, talking to me when they could be talking to the elites means a lot to me. So until tomorrow, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.